Here's how to set up a mini-BIM model using only Grasshopper and Speckle. The leverage of data-driven and parametric design is oftentimes in the early design stages, where we need to have key information available to support our decision making. Therefore, there's a need for lighter mini-BIM models to support this. A great way to enhance parametric modeling, therefore, is Speckle, which offers a common data environment which is great for storing, inspecting, and sharing parametric models from Grasshopper. Speckle is also a stepping stone between other softwares, allowing team members across organizations to track and collaborate on 3D or BIM models. And they have a very nice Grasshopper plugin. So here's an example. I took the script from previous videos and I enhanced it with some structural and facade elements. So for this facade, I used the Speckle properties component and I use it to define and later drive the creation of our facade elements. Now downstream, we have a cluster that creates elements out of this information. Right, so we actually want to build these as blocks. So we're only going to build them once per story in this case. Then we have a profile, and then we extrude all of those. And then later, we turn these elements into Speckle block definitions to then later turn them into block instances. So here we see the original blocks, and then we use transformations to position them into their final location. So there you go. Here we have beautiful facade elements, which we can then query and filter in our model. Now I have a similar strategy for the windows. So basically I determined all the windows that are unique. I turn them into a Speckle block definition, which I then position to all the recurring positions. This makes your model much faster and performant. So all I need to do in the last step is I map the path of the data structure to a more semantic label that actually has meaning in our Speckle model. So in this case, we have a data structure with a number for each building. So the first one goes 1, 2, 3. And then for each building, we will have multiple stories. Then we essentially take the indices of those stories and we create a Speckle property out of it. We do the same for building, and then we reassign the properties and merge them with their original properties. So if I now click one of these windows, I can actually filter the model by building. And additionally, I can also sort by the story number, right? So this allows me to inspect our model per story. Now, of course, there's a lot more you can do with Speckle. You can also use it to actually connect with other softwares. What I love about Speckle is that you can set up also views. So even if your model changes, the views persist and you can inspect your very detailed parametric model in Speckle. Let me know if this was useful to you and see you in the next one.